Hello to all our Sales Ignition members and welcome to the final part of our web design choices that hinder lead generation efforts video series. Previously, we covered UI and UX, call to actions, contact forms, and SEO. So for all those new to the series, be sure to check out those videos before watching this one. Today we cover website performance and how our design choices factor into this performance. You see, even if you hit the mark with everything we've touched on previously, if your website is sluggish, taking too long to load, you will ultimately lose leads. The loss of leads boils down to users becoming impatient or frustrated while they wait for pages and content to load. So how do we improve our website performance through design? Well, it's quite easy. We want an attractive, well-designed website with a clear focus on converting leads, but we need to ensure every design choice follows best practices. So for example, let's start with imagery. As a rule of thumb, you should never upload high-res photos to your website. Remember, when a user lands on your website, their browser connects to your server and essentially downloads the data to load the website. When you have multiple high-res photos on your website, this adds lots of data to the initial load, which has a huge impact on website speed. To remedy this, always resize your images to an appropriate resolution while compressing the file size to be as small as possible without sacrificing quality. Doing this for all the images you upload to your website will greatly benefit performance. Then, depending on your website's design, you may have added a few unnecessary bells and whistles. For example, elaborate animations and effects loading on certain elements or videos playing in the background. These elements can look amazing and help your website stand out, but always be sure not to go overboard. Find the correct balance with these effects, as they will impact performance, especially if rendered poorly. Usually driven by design choices but implemented on the back end, another important factor is making sure your website uses well-written code. Depending on how your website was built, this can be a tricky one to remedy, especially if you are not a developer. That said, what you can do as a non-developer is to use the most reputable programs and/or developers when building your website. Clean code will eliminate plenty of long-term problems and enhance website performance tenfold. Typically, we would advise that web pages not be overly long if not needed. That is to say, eliminate any fluff and design your pages according to lead goals while keeping your message clear. The longer your pages are, the more data is loaded when a user lands on that page. A cool design trick that can be implemented on longer pages is using a lazy load. Essentially, lazy loading refers to the action where off-screen elements are hidden and only loaded when a user scrolls to that section, revealing the hidden elements. Implementing lazy loading can help boost performance given not all the data is loaded upon a user landing on the page. This is especially powerful when embedding video content on your website. In summary, the point of this video and this series as a whole was to illustrate how important your website and its design are to your overall lead generation efforts. You want to ensure your website is well designed, providing a great user experience while communicating your objective clearly and consistently. As always, we welcome the opportunity to discuss and unpack any of these elements in greater detail. Until next time, from the team at Spark Outbound, we wish you nothing but success. And let's continue to ignite growth.